Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Bourbon Brothers. My name's Gavin.
And my name's Jeff.
And today we're going to be reviewing Hancock's President's Reserve Single Barrel Bourbon.
Yeah, this is a product that is put out by the Sazerac, also owns Buffalo Trace, so more or less it's made by Buffalo Trace. As Gavin said, it's a single barrel, 88.9 proof.
That's right.
So approximately 90, so a little bit on the low end.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an interesting bourbon. It's not quite typical, and something that we kind of noticed with this is it's kind of like a firecracker. It's the flavors; they're not subtle at all. They're fairly full-bodied and strong, but they're sharp, but they're just gone in an instant.
Yeah, they just pop in and then.
Yeah, so when we do some tasting and nosing, you'll see we'll get a strong hint of oak, then it's gone. We'll get a strong hint of spice or pepper, and it's gone. So we'll review this and let us know what you think.
Yeah, I think the bottle design is a little bit different. Very small label. You get some indentations on the glass itself. Not necessarily a widely as available as some of the other Buffalo Trace products, but they put out a lot of good stuff. So let's give it a try here.
Let's take a look at the color, Jeff.
So this is fairly light. Honey, a little bit of gold or orange to it, maybe.
Yeah.
Nothing too deep. Probably again indicative of its proof.
Sure, it is 88.9 proof, Jeff. So let's go ahead and take a note, shall we? Yeah, and characteristic of that just sharpness, and you can tell that this is just going to be a quick finish, even on the nose.
Yeah.
It's just a little shallow in the glass. It's hard to get some specific characteristics, and it smells like bourbon.
Yeah, it's when you think of bourbon, this is a smell that is typical of bourbon. You get the vanilla, the caramel, the oak, which are prevalent in most things. A little bit of tobacco, I think, in there too.
I'm also, getting a little bit of mint here. So, characteristic of that high rye mash bill.
Yep, and a little bit of brown sugar in there too.
Sure.
I agree that like earthiness, sort of like you said with like grass. Yep.
Yeah, not a bad nose. Forward to tasting it.
Yeah.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Very light mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's almost like you're not even drinking, it's bourbon. It's almost water.
If I had to guess that this was a blind tasting, I'd probably think this was 80 proof. But
yeah. It's very smooth. There's zero burn, zero alcohol. You get, again, typical bourbon type profile. Caramel, vanilla, oak are all in there.
And again, the flavors aren't too subtle. Getting a nice caramel note, a nice pepper note, a subtle mint note, but a nice oak note. But they just kind of flash and they're gone. Very short on the finish.
Yep, and rye spice is definitely in there too. That's probably one of the more longer lasting flavors. Like I said, a lot of them are just quick depending on which part of the tongue they hit, but the rye's in there, I think, a little bit more.
And I think this would be a great gift to someone who is kind of getting into the whole American Spirit bourbon thing. Jeff had mentioned it's extremely smooth, one of the smoothest bottles I've had the pleasure of drinking. So you're not going to get that burn, that so many people may not enjoy. I tend to enjoy, the higher proof whiskeys, but I know a lot of my friends, I just like something that doesn't burn, Gavin.
Yeah.
And I think this would be a great gift.
Definitely. Very smooth, very drinkable, easy, very approachable.
Certainly very approachable. And price range.
It was, I think, about $35.
Okay.
It's sort of 35 to 40 is the range. I think.
Not a bad whiskey.
No, I think it's definitely got a good solid. Like I said, I think the drinkability is probably its greatest.
I think that's a huge
attribute.
factor, right? Well, Jeff, what would you rate Hancock's Reserve?
Like I said, I love the approachability, the drinkability of it. The flavor profile might lag a little bit, but I think that's a byproduct of the approachability of it.
Right.
Maybe 8.2 out of 10, I think, probably.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go just a bit lower, probably like a 7.9 for me. Thanks for watching another episode of the Bourbon Brothers. You can check the links to our personal blogs and Twitter accounts below. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.
Cheers.